Hello, so I'm Peter Shiro, and I'm gonna talk some ideas about painting and my particular method approach that I took in painting this landscape. This painting was made in the studio, but I wanted to have a freshness of as if it were painted on location. What I did was to make some notations, little sketch notations on location, as well as taking a photograph instead of just taking a photograph. And here's the reference photograph that I took with my phone. This would be a more cropped in view of the photograph of the actual composition I used. And you can see how the color in a photograph is, I mean, it's really nice. The colors are good, but like the shadows become like just blackish looking. Look at, shadows and the trees, and the boats, the darks just become all black. So it's not the best reference for the colors that you want to use necessarily. So that is the problem with a photo, working from photographs is, well, the colors are going to be off one way or another. They're not, it's going to be photographic color is not the colors you want in a painting. You're going to have to make your own colors, and also the idea of making a sketch is even more so the composition of the painting, because the photograph comes back and it's just this flat photograph, and like it's harder to see what I had in mind to paint, or just looking at a photograph. It's much better for me to work out the composition, and I sort of take some notes on the colors. Light on trees has violet shadows, and maybe it's an orangey green light on the light coming in from that direction. Whatever notes I say about the colors of the water. I don't know about the sky colors. I write the date here so that I can find the photograph easily in my computer. And so looking in at the colors I did use, I don't know how much orangey green I used in the light. So I guess it's kind of orangey greens. And you can see a lot of purple in the shadows of the trees. And you want to have a device in landscape is you want to have like more distant looking areas. You can almost just insert those. There wasn't necessarily that distant trees, but make it look like as if it's kind of distant trees maybe because they're more blue. Really the basic idea I'm talking about is working from making a sketch drawings as a reference for the painting. In this case, I like to have a photograph and sketch, and I like using this tone tan paper because to show values, how the values work in the composition. But also, I mean, some people maybe you're not as interested in realism, and it could be just sort of a line drawing on plain white paper or whatever. Just the idea of working from your drawings for reference to make your painting. And here's just another example from my sketchbook of something I've painted recently, and you can see the date is a bit older. That's where it comes in very useful to find the photograph, to have the date. Well, this would be the reference photograph that I had taken for that with my phone. And so, I mean, it's pretty nice, but as you can see, it's all too dark on the landscape. The colors just are going to be off, and it's all flattened out. It really helps me to have the notations. Helps me a lot. The sketch notation. Well, wrapping up this video, just here's the that painting came out of dawn. This is very early morning before the sunrise, and this is how it came out. And I think I might want to do even more versions of this painting. I've been trying to do this painting for over a year, and this is how this one came out. I think I might do this painting again. But anyway, I mean another version of this painting. This one's sold and off to to be sent off to someone. All right, thanks for watching. I guess subscribe if you like this stuff. Bye-bye now. And make sure you give me a thumbs up if you liked it.